Welcome to Lisa's Book Nook. I'm Lisa, and I'm so excited to be reading to you tonight. Before we get started, please hit the like and subscribe button so that you can always join me on all of my reading adventures. So now go get your favorite stuffed animal or doll. Tonight I've got my son's T-Rex. This is a fingerling. I'm not going to turn it on tonight because we're trying to calm down and get ourselves in the mood for reading and sleep time, but these are super cool. It's a really cool toy. You just kind of put it on your finger and it makes noise and the eyes move, but I will go ahead and I'll make a video with this guy for a later date so that you can see. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to allow him to read the story with us tonight. I'm going to put him on the side and he will listen to the story. So grab whatever stuffed animal, doll, toy you want to share your story with and snuggle in your bed. I will put him right there. You go ahead, grab your favorite stuffed animal or doll, climb into your bed, fluff your pillow, pull your covers up, wiggle your body in nice and comfy. Let's take a moment to relax our body in preparation for this story and in preparation for nighttime and just plain relaxation time. It's always so good to reset our body and take a couple minutes to just breathe and just put our whole entire body into a state of relaxation. Let's go ahead and breathe in through our nose and gentle and out through our mouth. Go ahead, relax your shoulders, relax your legs. Take a deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. Now, let's travel into the faraway land of make-believe. Tonight's story is A Piece of Cake. Now, what drew me to this book as I was looking for books to read to my friends was I can tell that it's an older book. I could tell just by the illustration. I could also tell by the colors of the illustration, but I wasn't exactly sure how much older. I found that out a little bit later, but I thought to myself, you know what? That looks like such a fun book, and it looks like I will have a great time reading it, and I definitely wanted to read it to you guys, my friends. So let's go ahead and read A Piece of Cake by Jill Murphy. I just love all books, first of all, but I especially love older books. Another thing that actually drew me to this book was the fact that it had slight water damage. So some of the pages, you'll see that some of the pages are a little bit torn. I had to go through and as gently as I could remove the pages from each other, or like sort of unstick them, rip them apart. And that also actually drew me to the book. I love old things. I love vintage things. And just because something has a couple of tatters and a couple of bruises doesn't mean that it's not good and it doesn't have worth still. This book, I thought to myself when I saw it, I said, you know what? This is a pre-loved book. Probably no one else will continue to love this book because of the water damage that I saw. But I said, you know what? I'm going to immortalize this book in my reading program. And I'm going to share this book, not just with myself, but with as many of my friends as possible. So I said, I've got to get this book for those reasons. The fact that it was older, the fact that it was a little bit tattered and torn, but it still has the whole entire book together and the moral of the whole thing is together, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, a piece of cake. I'm fat, said Mrs. Large. No, you're not, said Lester. You're our cuddly mommy, said Laura. You're just right, said Luke. Mommy's got wobbly bits, said the baby. Exactly, said Mrs. Large. As I was saying, I'm fat. So Mrs. Large thinks she's fat. And her family is basically saying, no, you're not. You're just perfect. You're our mommy. And Miss Lisa doesn't exactly like the word fat. I think that's a bad word because everybody is different and everyone is unique in their own way. But like I said, what's really cool about vintage or antique books is a lot of times you will see and possibly read things that are not exactly socially acceptable anymore, like probably the word fat. In today's books, I don't think we would have that word, but it's always really great to take a couple of step backs and look at what other people did and what other people said, years ago. So I still love those kind of books for that type of content and for that type of knowledge. And this decorating right here, boys and girls, that is definitely part of the times. So this right here, I think I looked at the copywritten date. It was like in the 80s, and that is the kind of decorating that they would do with the comforters, with the shapes and stuff like that, and even the clothes that they're wearing and the styles and stuff like that. So that's really fun. Yeah, see, my book is breaking probably because of the water damage, but that's okay because look at those pictures, these bright, beautiful illustrations. We must all go on a diet, said Mrs. Large. No more cake, no more cookies, no more potato chips, no more sitting around all day. From now on, it's healthy living. So she's making them throw away everything. She said, I'm fat, I want to lose weight, so we're all going on a diet. It doesn't look like they're very happy. She's making them throw away the bread, the cake, the cookies. That looks like cheese, more cookies, more bread, and the bananas. I'm not sure if they're throwing away the bananas, but bananas are very healthy. Can we watch TV? Asked Lester as they trooped in from school. Certainly not, said Mrs. Large. We're all off for a nice healthy jog around the park. And they were. She's got her outfit on and it says fit. So she is gonna work out. I wonder how this story is going to end because elephants are big animals. So I wonder what's going to happen. I'm so excited. And then there we go again with the style. Miss Lisa really picks up on that. That's probably not something you guys would notice because you're not from the 80s. Yeah, especially that floral couch. That is classic. It's retro. What's our snack, Mom? Asked Laura when they arrived home. Some nice healthy watercress soup, said Mrs. Large, followed by a nice healthy cup of water. Oh, said Laura, that sounds nice. They don't really look like they're enjoying their healthy cup of water and their watercress soup. I'm just going to watch the news, dear, said Mr. Large when he came home from work. No, you're not, dear, said Mrs. Large. You're off for a nice healthy jog around the park, followed by supper, delicious fish with grated carrots. I can't wait, said Mr. Large. So she's got the fish and the grated carrots there, and as soon as he came home, she shoved him on off. It was awful. Every morning there was a healthy breakfast followed by exercises. Then there was a healthy snack followed by a healthy jog. By the time evening came, everyone felt terrible. I don't think they're getting enough nutrients for their body, especially because they're big elephants. "We aren't getting any thinner, dear," said Mr. Large. "Perhaps elephants are meant to be fat," said Luke. "Nonsense," said Mrs. Large. "We mustn't give up now." Wibbly wobbly, went the baby. So the scale's not really moving. They're doing all of this exercise and they're still finding out that they're still fat. One morning a parcel arrived. It was a cake from Granny. Everyone stared at it hopefully. Mrs. Large put it in the cupboard on a high shelf. "Just in case we have visitors," she said sternly. Whoa, that cake looks delicious. Looks like it's some sort of strawberry icing on there and all these little cherries or strawberries. Everyone is looking at that cake longingly, except Mrs. Large is looking at it and thinking, no way. Everyone kept thinking about the cake. They thought about it during the healthy jog. They thought about it during supper. They thought about it in bed that night. Mrs. Large sat up. "I can't stand it anymore," she said to herself. "I must have a piece of that cake." What? Mrs. Large, of all people, is saying she can't stand it? She's got to have a piece of that cake? So she's getting up out of her bed. Oh, this page is a little stuck. I'm going to have to pull it a little bit more. Mrs. Large crept out of bed and went downstairs to the kitchen. She took a knife out of the drawer and opened the cupboard. There was only one piece of cake left. Uh-oh. There's one piece. I wonder who ate the cake. You know what? I know who ate the cake. I can see them hiding under the table. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elephants. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 little elephants and one big daddy elephant. They all ate their share of the cake, it looks like. There they go again. "Aha," said Mr. Large, seeing the knife. "Caught in the act." Mrs. Large switched on the light and saw Mr. Large and all the children hiding under the table. "There is one piece of cake," said Laura in a helpful way. She's got the knife. Mrs. Large began to laugh. "We're all as bad as each other," she said, eating the last piece of cake before anyone else did. "I do think elephants are meant to be fat," said Luke. "I think you're probably right, dear," said Mrs. Large. Wibbly wobbly, went the baby. I'm so happy Mom got her piece of cake. The end. The end, the end. That was a really, really good story. And I really liked how they, the illustrations allowed the elephants to use their trunks in parts of the illustration. I'm glad that they kept that part at least as natural as possible, because sometimes in stories, you know, they'll allow the animals to use their hands. So in this one, they actually kept it true, and they allowed the elephants to use their trunks for eating and the different activities that they were doing. So that was really a nice story. That was nice. It was sweet. It was simple. Like I said, I'm so happy that I was able to share this book with you guys, because this particular book probably will not stay in Miss Lisa's collection because, like I said, it has a lot of water damage, but I really wanted to take this book because I could see it was an older book, and I wanted to just basically give it just that little bit of love left and read it to all of my friends so that they could share in this fantastic vintage book, and they could just really enjoy that process. And it was like a little tiny trip through time and like a time capsule or something like that. Some of the illustrations reminded me of the 80s, so that was so much fun. Now, boys and girls, let's go ahead and let's prepare ourselves to go to sleep. If you're not going to sleep, let's just take a moment to relax our body and reset our body in preparation for whatever your next activity might be. It's always so healthy to take a couple moments throughout your day to do some quick breathing exercises and just relax your body. And remember, please like and subscribe to the channel so that you can join me on all of my reading adventures. I love reading, and I love reading to my friends, and I love reading actual books. I love seeing what I can find and taking that journey with my friends, letting our imagination go wild and go into storyland. So let's go ahead and sing our Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are. There we go. Let's go ahead and relax your shoulders. If you need to, fluff your pillow again, pull up your covers, relax your shoulders, relax your legs, relax your neck. Let's go ahead and take a deep, relaxing breath in through our nose and out through our mouths. Again, deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouths. One more time, deep relaxing breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. If you're going to bed, good night, sweet dreams. I'll see you in the morning. If not, have fun with your next activity, and I'll talk to you later, friends. Bye.